All right, the daily routine shifts in first grade unit 3, and now we're on to bigger, better numbers. So we're going to ask students as the student leader comes up to the front to look at this first chart. Remember, you can use your real 120 chart. You can use the one on the slide. It's really up to you. So the student leader would say, how many are in the blue box? Class, and the class would say 100. And then 100 is how many tens? And the class would say 10. Now, if your class does not say 10, the student leader would say, let's count together. And you would have the students count 1, 2, 3, until they see that there are 10 tens. So remember, if they don't believe it, you're going to reconfirm it and have everyone count together. Then the student leader would say, now count with me from 101 to 120. So remember that kindergarten had to count up to 100. First grade has to be able to get all the way to 120. And that means it has to be hard if we're only adding 20 numbers, because second grade gets all the way to 1,000. So we really have to practice this transition of 100, 101, 102. So I make students count with their fingers and keep with the student leader. But we're looking and we're counting, because it's not just the pattern and the rhythm of knowing the next word to say, like 106, 107. Okay, that is rote counting. It's also looking at what number is that when I see it, and how does it look different? So 101 is always a hard one. Another one is 111, like what happens after 110, and we get back to those teen numbers. And how do I read that third digit? So it's important that the students are tracking with the student leader. They're not speeding. The student leader is pointing to each number, but is pointing to it in a way that students can see the full number as they say the full number. From here, the student leader is going to drag the red line to be under a number between 101 and 120. So let's just say that they choose 113. Okay, so in this case, the student leader would say, how many are there up to my line? Think about it. Class, and the whole class should say 113. The student leader would say, yes, there's 100 plus 10 plus 3 equals 113. Now, if you also want them to write it, they can. You can write it as the expanded form as students are saying it, but the student leader is really pointing to how much it is. So how much are there to 113? Yes, there's 100, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 100, 110, and 3 ones makes 113. Now, from here, we're going to build the number one more time using your dots. And if you're using your dot chart, they would flip over one of the tabs that makes it says 100 on the side. So the full 100 chart with all your blue dots has like a little tab over here on the left. You flip it over and it will show the 100 card. So this first part is just setting all of it up. So the student leader would move the red line to show how we show 100. If it was 113 on our last one, okay, we make the same number here. And then the student leader says, remember, the gray box means 100 blue circles. So we have 100. Now the student leader says, how many hundreds, tens, and ones? And the students would say 100, 110, 3 ones. So remember, we're using unit language. When we were on the slide before, we're saying 100, okay, 110, 113. Now we're saying it as units. So 100, oh, get the right one. Okay, so 100, 110, and 3 ones. So notice I'm using the word language versus the digit language. Now we're going to say, now let's build the number, and you can use your real secret code cards, and the student leader would grab the cards they need. We know that 100 plus 10 plus 7, or 3, there we go, plus 3 equals 113. So we practice putting the number together. We practice pulling it apart. So we can say, yes, it's 100, 110, and 3 extra ones. 113. So we're building out that place value understanding so that students are seeing it, building it, saying it, and counting to it. You'll do this every day with a new number between 101 and 120. Well, thanks for joining me as we learned about the daily routines in first grade unit 3. Just remember that the daily routines are a staple, a core structure of the math expressions lessons. They are extremely important and should be done every single day in kindergarten, first, and second grade for 10 minutes. These typically take the place of what you would generally do in like a morning meeting calendar time, because remember that the calendar is based on a base 7 system. The daily routines are based in base 10. We are going to do way more with base 10. They also do not get these skills in other places where we're working on the critical counting routines that are the foundation, the bedrock of number sense. Do they know how to do one-to-one counting? Do they have rote counting? Are they doing this every single day? We're also building place value understanding, which is a front load to what's happening later on in your units when you actually get to big place value in Unit 5 and Unit 6. So do these every single day. Now, my name is Shannon Keebler. If we have not already met, I am the creator of the Math Genius Squad, and I have planned or taught every single lesson in Math Expressions, kindergarten through 6th grade. I've been in it since 2009. I know every single copyright. So if you're looking for additional support that's not just in the daily routines, but you want something to support your entire lesson, you're going to want to go check out the Math Genius Squad. Over 75 schools and districts use the Math Genius Squad nationwide to help them to teach math expressions better. They use math expressions as their core. They use my resources to help them enrich and make it more visual, more engaging, and more hands-on. I also just teach you how to teach the lessons using the language, the methods, and the model. So you can get slides to match your entire lesson for every unit, for every grade level. You also get small group ideas, activities, stations, you get fact fluency resources, you get enrichment, intervention. I give it all to you in the Math Genius Squad. So go check it out at www.empowerlearngrow.com. We also have it directly linked in the Math Genius Squad in the comments below. We're grateful to have you in our squad. Come join us in our Math Expressions user group on Facebook. Just search Math Expressions Users. You'll find us there on Facebook, where I teach live every Monday, and you get great resources just like this. We can't wait to see you online.